Good evening, fight fans. It's Wednesday night, and you know what time it is. It is time for UFL on YouTube on the ESFL network. I'm here with my colleague, Boiler. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. I'm extremely excited for some more violence, some virtual violence. Extremely excited to be in the booth with you as well, sir.
Very much appreciated. Same to you, brother. You know, it looks like we got a pretty good card here. We got 7 fights, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like we're going to be kicking this one off here with Apollo MMA versus Hercules Mma. I'm not too familiar with these guys. Can you fill me in on this, Boiler?
Yep, definitely going to be our first fight. They're looking, I believe, at a welterweight. Both campmates. I had to double check in the back. I said, hey, is this just a coincidence? They're both MMA, but they are campmates. I don't know, they're training partners, but that'll be real interesting the way to kick off the card.
Definitely is. You know, I train a little bit myself on the side, and I'm a 10 planet guy. And what we call that is 10P on 10P crime. So whatever camp you're out of, it's crime on crime right there.
That's the way to put it.
Yeah. So are we seeing a creative fighter go into action here, or are we seeing Usman? Who is going to be the selection here between these guys?
I mean, unless he's just trying to play with them. Having that creative fighter, I expect him to choose that. It's down to the last second. I don't know if it's some mind games. I've seen people kind of play around until the last second, so we'll see what they lock in here.
His fighter looks like if Kevin Lee and Joe Schilling had a child that they forgot about.
That's a good way to put it as well, man. What kind of skills is it? Kickboxer, acrobat?
Not too bad.
No, definitely. And if you look at his stats, level 71. He's got a couple of those bone-breaking symbols, so kind of a submission specialist, but also those gems. So pretty well-rounded, the KOs, the submissions, played a fair amount of ranked, and level 71. So we got some experience on that side.
And guess what? You got the what's it called? The mix-up fighter here versus George St. Pierre. And you with Hercules MMA, he may only be a level 9, but some of the most top players don't put in a whole ton of hours. It seems that they've been playing the game through every incarnation and seem to have it dialed in. So we'll see what we got.
Definitely. And I know a couple themselves that will play under different accounts, and maybe they'll just bring it out like this for the main event. So maybe he's got an alt account, one of those Smurfs, right? Yeah,
Smurf account, kind of like a pool shark back when I used to visit bars and whatnot. Kind of the same thing there.
For sure. All right.
Also known as sandbagging in the world of jiu-jitsu. So here we go. Culberson versus St. Pierre, also known as Hercules Mma versus Iron Addict 323. Here we go.
Yeah, this will be real interesting to see this kickboxer acrobat if he can stand up knocked out. I was about to say, is GSP going to take him down, but immediately knocks him down, puts him against a cage.
Yikes. The only type of acrobats I saw was him flip onto his back. So unfortunately, he needs to really get his stuff together because we're a minute in and GSP is sticking it to him.
He is. He's putting that pressure meta big time in his face, not letting him block, not letting him use any acrobatic moves at all, just putting punches in his face.
Yes, very, very good observation there. You know, one of the other things, too, is look at the stamina between these guys. They are not looking into the third round. They're not here for a long time. They're here for a good time tonight.
For sure. They're out slugging it. And a big uppercut puts him down. GSP all over him.
Second time in less than 2 minutes. Sorry about that, Boiler. My God.
No worries. A third one. An uppercut catches him yet again. I don't know if he's going to get up from this, especially with GSP and Mount.
Oh, geez. This might be it.
Oh, barely avoids that. That's enough to survive, but he's in real big trouble here.
Oh, man. Iron Addict 323 really in some trouble here.
Trying to mix up the defense. Trying to pick up the mix up the defense. Barely survives. I don't know how you survive under GSP's assault like that, but he's taking it all to the face.
It's unfortunate because he looks like his father, Joe Schilling, on the ground, but he also has that durable chin. Until now, unfortunately, it's all over. Hercules Mma takes out Iron Addict 323 inside the first round.
Dominant performance. Came out swinging. Did not play around. Didn't go for one clinch. Didn't go for one takedown attempt. I don't even think he moved his head. Just started throwing strikes, and not much was done about it.
Yeah, he came in there, knocked him down once that second knockdown was there. It was really a game of survival at that point, and it was basically done after that third one. Very valiant effort hanging in there. Thought he might have been able to ride it out, but unfortunately not tonight.
No, and he did have some good survival. I thought he was done in that second one. He survived a couple bouts of that ground and pound, but when you got GSP on top of you, you already been knocked down 3 times. There's not much that you're going to be able to do if you got GSP on top of you taking that damage.
Absolutely.
Well, that was a quick first fight, but a lot of action packed in there. I guess we'll be moving on to this second fight pretty shortly here.
Here's the thing that's crazy here, if you think about it. I believe these fights aren't actual time. So even though that fight was a little over 2 minutes, I think it lasted a grand total of 48 seconds.
Imagine if GSP came out with that type of pace and power. That would have been a different career.
Totally.
Congratulations for the dominant win to start off the night, though, of Hercules. Big time showing. Big time showing. All right.
Big time showing there. And also, one more thing to note. We mentioned level 9 versus level 71. All those gems, jewels, and awards meant nothing inside there just then. So let's see what the next fight brings us tonight.
For sure. I mean, all right, we're gonna be actually heading to a short intermission. It looks like.
Oh, just like on the fight nights, you get those early first round finishes, and we got to take a break.
We're gonna get those commercials in so we can hit a lot of action on the other end. Let's say that. How about that, sir?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. Stick with us,
UFL
ESFL Network.
On the ESFL Network. Thank you very much. Back live on YouTube Wednesday night, UFL, and we are here for a second match of the night. Tell me a little bit about our competitors in this next match here, Boiler.
Yeah, Shibatsu, ranked number 14 in the UFL, up-and-coming talent. Of course, we're facing Taka Ninja, the former champ. So we got up-and-comer against the old guard here, it looks like.
Really? And I like that. What's his name? Shubatsu?
Something like Shibatsu. That's how I put it.
It reminds me of when they would announce people's names in Pride back in the day. They go,
Shibatsu versus Taka Ninja. That sounds like that'd be perfect in Saitama Arena. Absolutely.
Oh, I know. And you're talking about old school. It made me think about Pride. Let's see what this guy brings. See if we got some old technique versus somebody maybe who's a little bit newer to the game. So let's see if old tricks versus new techniques. Go ahead.
For sure. All right. Good. Looks like we got the about ready to pick. Looking at welterweight. Let's see. I doubt either of them are both going to pick Usman. Don't know. But Shibatsu, ranked 29, doesn't have any emblems. Maybe he's playing coy like we saw with Hercules earlier. On the other hand, Taka Ninja, the heavy bag symbol, level 61. We're seeing some decent little stats there. But again, what we just saw in the last fight, that doesn't mean that much, to be honest.
Very, very much so. One of the things about that last fight, too, was pressure is king in the first round. If you can make it happen in the first round, that's when you make it happen. But if they can weather the storm, it can really come back and bite you.
For sure. And to be honest, my personal style is trying that counter and fight off my back foot, and you got to survive that first round, maybe even those first 2 rounds to come back in that third round. It's tough, though, in a 3-round. You can't just give up 2 rounds, though, so you got to fight back. You just can't be running and trying to be on defense. You got to earn the respect of your opponent as well.
Absolutely. One of the things that I always try to explain to people most, it's like, that's great, you're defending yourself, but you're not winning the fight. You're not going to win backing up.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not going to win backing up.
Unless you're Ea Machida, it doesn't work.
Exactly. No, you're more likely to get knocked out that way, to be honest. And even with absolutely even damage and even scores, just stats, the judges just subconsciously will score against you for backing up too much. But hey, you got to use that against these super pressure fighters if you can't always be in the pockets. So we got to use angles. You got to use counter strikes. You can't just back up like you said. It looks like they're locking it in. They look like they're locking it in. We got an Usman pick from Taka Ninja.
All right, let's see what Shibatsu has to do here.
All right. He's considering his options. Not too bad of a ping here. 130. That's respectable. Anything more than that, though, could be a little troublesome, but I think we'll be okay once we get Shibatsu to lock in. Come on, Shibatsu. You can do it.
You know, I hate to say this. There's a big difference between virtual MMA and MMA. If you do not come out when you're supposed to, unfortunately, they still lock that cage behind you. You got to show up or you get paid.
Definitely. I can only imagine. You were telling me some stories earlier about your wrangling experience. Probably easier in real life, but we got the lock and we got a T-Wood pick here.
Got Woodley versus Usman, which in real life was actually a big surprise to me. Let's see if it's any different tonight. You know, you got two people here with a lot of skill. You got the veteran here with Shibatsu, and you got Taka Ninja over here with some of the new technique. Let's see how it shakes out.
Definitely. Is it going to be a grind fest or just a lot of hands? We'll find out. It's a tough matchup in game. If you're going to use T-Wood, you have to use the right hand. His right hand's so much better than his left hand. But he's got great takedown defense, 98 takedown defense for Woodley, so that he might be relying on that as well.
I'm already liking, oh man, look at that takedown. Good Lord. We're 15 seconds in, and someone's already been dropped on their head, ladies and gentlemen.
Comes straight away with that power takedown. That was beautiful.
Man, this is already, you had him in mount for a split second there. He is just mauling him. It looks like kind of like when a new guy comes into the gym and thinks he's going to test the coach, and then the coach just beats his ass in front of the entire class. It is very similar to that right there.
Ego check, they might call it.
Yeah, very much so. He wanted to let him know that, hey, I'm taking you down. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, we're not going to have a repeat of the real Usman T-Wood is what he's trying to get across. We got Usman, put him back into full guard and actually takes his back. Oh, that was a nice move right there by Usman. He's looking to stand back up. Nope, you get full mount. Never mind. Full mount here.
Good Lord. You talk about how the tables have turned.
Right when we get to about the established position, we get a reversal. Now Usman half guard, looking for some ground and pound. He's not looking to stand up. He likes to stay right where he is, apparently. Woodley with the attempt, but he's swiftly denied. We got more than 2.5 minutes left, though, so there's no save by the horn at this point for T-Wood. He's going to have to play either very patiently or get up or both.
You know, he's doing a good job defending himself right here, but from a judge's standpoint, he was winning the first of that. I was ranting and raving about it, but man, the tide has turned, and if he stays here the rest of this round, he got lucky. They're going back on the feet.
Yeah, I call that the commentator curse. As soon as we say something, they do the opposite, but they're back up. Usman going for a clinch, but takes a couple to the face. Gets another clinch, though.
Ooh.
The uppercut, the knees. Seeing some action here. Woodley with the power leg. Oh, man, with the power single leg look like there. Puts him back down.
And Shibatsu sacrificed a little bit of that stamina there, but I know he has a game plan. Looks like he's trying to slow cook him on the ground here.
Yeah, we got about a minute left. You know, if I was Shibatsu, I would probably get a little bit of ground and pound here, but also just try to be patient. Try to get Taka Ninja to blow some more stamina by denying maybe a get up or two here. If he can do that, that'll really help into the next rounds.
Absolutely. You know, and one of the great things about these grappling matches too is if it goes to the second round here, Usman might be able to find a way to thwart that takedown because he's been unable to block it twice now.
Exactly. If he doesn't figure out a way to block, he's in big trouble. Decent defense and decent attack, but really Taka Ninja's not taking much damage, even though he's taking a few more shots from Woodley. I thought those might land a little harder. Good round. I think Shibatsu would have to win that. I mean, we saw good jiu-jitsu on Taka Ninja's side, but two big takedowns and some ground and pound damage.
Two takedowns, significant strikes. We're looking at the highlight reels here. I'm a commentator, not a judge, but I think I can safely say that was a 10-9 round there.
Fair enough. Good way. Shibatsu, even though he had that momentum, lost it, regained it. Let's see what he does here, though. If he's going to go for another one of those takedowns or start standing, if he can take the pressure here. Usman comes straight out. Knees, 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 clinch, 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 uppercut. Doing some good damage to Shibatsu.
Yeah, and right here it looks like he's trying to close that distance to try to not get taken down here. And if you notice, he's keeping the pressure this time, knowing that's what is going to be his downfall.
For sure, for sure. Well, now we're seeing a little bit more like how the real fight took place. Usman up against the cage, starting to manhandle a little bit, but Shibatsu gets out. I'm not sure. Who do you think has the advantage on the feet? I think it seems like Taka Ninja's getting a little bit more damage in there, but they're relatively even.
Oh, and there we go right there. If he can keep denying that, I truly see, yep, this is going to be a long night for Shibatsu.
So what's that like in a real fight when you start getting your takedown stuffed, or you start missing your transitions, or your strikes are just start whiffing? How demoralizing is that? And how do you, oh, wow, big takedown. There goes so much for demoralization. He makes up for that.
Makes up for it. But at the same time, at the end of that demoralization, you get a couple stuffed, you might go 110% to get one, but you got to think that gas tank, you sacrifice that gas tank for it. If they pop right back up on their feet, if you thought it was hard then, it's going to be even harder now.
It's a great point. It's a great point. He secured this, but he can't let Taka Ninja get back up. Especially with Woodley, it does not have the best gas tank. Even though Shibatsu does have the stamina advantage right now, he's been playing pretty judiciously, so that's good for him.
Yeah, one of the things with Shibatsu that I really liked is the fact how much body damage he was doing there. And the thing is, too, he's taking advantage of the takedowns. You can get a lot of significant strikes there. You could really maintain your stamina. And if you're really good, as you've seen there, denying those transitions and submission attempts, you're golden.
Definitely. And ever since the patch that, let's just say, fixed ground and pound, at least got rid of some of the issues with ground and pound, being patient, both on offense and defense, pays off a lot more than it did at launch. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
So we've got about a minute left. Shibatsu lost that stamina advantage, but he's earning the points. He's doing the damage. He's looking good here in the second round, keeping Taka Ninja on his back. I mean, you're winning the fight at this rate.
You know, like I said, Taka Ninja had really, really good defense at the first of that round, but that's just a testament to how good Shibatsu is in making those adjustments to still secure those takedowns.
Yeah, for sure. He's not giving up. He's like a junkyard dog, just keeps coming at him. And now we're up in the clinch, trying to take his backpack. Slams him down, but this is only a few seconds left. But that's kind of that's another demoralizer potentially right there. This time for Shibatsu.
Definitely.
And here's Taka Ninja.
Yeah, and here's one of the things too with that backpack. This is a crazy thing. You know, Khabib wrestled a bear. Bears have a natural defense to rear naked chokes, and they will jump into the air and land on their back like a turtle to get you off of them. No joke. Crazy fact, but you learned it here today on UFL on the ESFL network.
I've seen a couple creative fighters that look like bears do that. So I see how this is really like a National Geographic. I understand. They're really trying to teach us about the wild. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now we're seeing Taka Ninja coming out strong with the clinch. He's not playing anymore. Like you said, keep that pressure and push Woodley away. Don't get Woodley any of that space, especially for that ankle pick. But he's blowing some stamina too. So.
He is. But look at the same time here. He sees that Woodley's stamina is low in its own right and is trying to make the most of it while he still has his own stamina to dish out the punishment.
Definitely. This is going to be interesting. Both guys, I think, are trying to go 110%. That they don't want to leave any gas in the tank, especially, I think, Taka Ninja. He really thinks, I feel like he knows he's got to win this round, so he's coming out hard.
Absolutely. And the only way in my eyes he's going to finish this, obviously, is with the finish. But if he can really, oh, no.
Oh, takes advantage of a big mistake. Big mistake and capitalized upon.
Yeah, this could be the rest of the fight right here, unfortunately.
It's going to be trouble. Taka Ninja just does not have that much stamina. He can still get up. He can still get up or make a big reversal, but he's going to have to play. He doesn't have that much time to play patient. He's going to have to start taking risks. Oh, that was a risk that almost paid off at the 11th hour. It was stopped, though. He's going for the, oh, wow. You're the jiu-jitsu specialist. Run us through this, sir.
So he's going for the arm bar there. He needs a deeper hook, but this is a video game. We're not going to get too technical here. He's going in a little bit more. Needs to extend those hips. Needs to
Rampage style.
Oh, a la Justin Gaethje versus Kevin Kroom on his head. Luckily, he's still awake.
He's still awake, but that was a rude awakening. Going for that submission, I don't know if that was the best use of the time. He blew a minute, and he didn't really have a chance, and now he's giving up position 2. Oh, now he's taking some damage. Big shots landing. Shibatsu is emptying the tank. He's not worried either. He wants a finish or just at least an emphatic win here.
You got 9. You know, that's the thing. There's not enough stamina, and I'm not trying to discredit the guy. There's just not enough stamina for Taka Ninja to really finish this here. Very valiant effort. Unless he comes out here and just nails him with a head kick or an overhand, I just don't see it going his way.
Yeah, that was a good sequence at the end there. Probably too little too late, and he still burned tons of stamina, but he did reverse it. That's a moral victory, but that ain't going to help win the fight. That's not going to win you the fight, but he's still going all in. All right, 30 seconds.
I would like to see more work to the body. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to lose the fight anyway. So, I mean, you really got to go out there. Like I said, I'm a commentator, not a judge, but I feel pretty safe saying this that Shibatsu is going to take this one.
Yep. He's definitely taking it at this rate. We'll just have to guess.
Oh my God!
The commentator's curse. 1 second knockout.
Are you kidding me?
Big. I think that was a right hand. Like I said, Woodley's right hand. Wow.
That is brutal. And you could hear Woodley's mom out in the crowd going, oh my God!
4 minutes, 59 seconds into the third round. Shibatsu, big hands, gets a knockout, does not want to go to the judges, doesn't even want to play around with that.
No, that was incredible. Very, very good. Shibatsu.
Good stuff. Great. Good fight all around, to be honest. I mean, Taka Ninja, especially in that first round, got that great reversal, ended up doing some work and had some success standing, but those takedowns, you can't stop them. I don't even know if he stopped a takedown. If so, he certainly didn't stop a few of those big ones, and that was game over. But good fight for both of them.
Absolutely. They came out there, and, I mean, it was a competitive match from the get-go. Just slowly over time, Shibatsu made those adjustments and made it a match where there was no question he took it.
Yep, the up-and-comer with the victory. Good fight, gentlemen. Looks like we're getting ready for a next fight. No intermission here. That True Blue and the Homie is who's coming up, Bro Cop.
The Homie 713 versus That True Blue. You know, I don't know anything about either of these guys, but it looks like they're pretty equal in ranking here. 31 versus 28. And as we said earlier, man, that means a whole lot of nothing tonight because you got a level 9 that beat a 71 earlier. So looks like we got Holloway on the side of That True Blue. Still trying to make his decision over here on the right. Not sure what he's going to go with, but should be a great match.
Yeah, this will be fun. I hope he takes Korean Zombie. I'm literally looking forward to that fight this weekend, not to get sidetracked. That's going to be a great fight. But nope, he's switching. We're at featherweight. This will be interesting. He's going for Volk. Nope. Volk. Cavalcator. All right. New since the September content update. I don't know if I've seen him on competitive play yet. That's a good pick.
I have yet to see him as well, but I do know he has heavy hands, is what I've heard. That is one of the things that people say that have been using him.
I have a lot of fun playing with him, to be honest. I can't give up Dustin Poirier as my main at featherweight, but Cavalcator is like my number 2 or 3, I think.
Oh, yeah, Cavalcator's great, man.
He's fun to play with.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Sugar Show for rating. Oh, my gosh, unbelievable. That's a way to start off this fight, but the fight's going, too. Good stuff. I love it. We're freaking having some violence. No feeling out here, Bro Cop. They're just freaking chucking and both hurting each other. Both pretty much stunned, and Homie goes down. Big shots.
Quickly.
Oh, man. Whew.
Right to the gut. This is brutal.
Brutal stuff here. Got him up against the cage. That Holloway pressure, if Cater can't keep him off of him, he's going to be in some big trouble. But maybe the Homie's trying to, misses with that big overhand. We're seeing a heck of a scrap here, sir. It's only a minute and a half into the first round as well.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to take each other's heads off like there's not another 2 rounds ahead of them.
Ooh, nice spinning kick to the body. Yeah, and Matt, trust me, it's not easy to commentate when they've thrown 50 strikes each by now, probably. Big right hand puts him down. He's on top.
You know, this is very reminiscent of the fight earlier tonight with GSP.
Came out. He just came out with that pressure, doing that damage. If you get a little too scared or you kind of freeze up and just back up, you just take too much damage because these top level fighters like that. Oh, but good comeback here. So it looks like the homie is not really phased by this, even though he's been hurt and knocked down. He's coming forward full force too.
Yeah, because the only way he's going to take this is by beating his opponent. So he's got to come back from adversity somehow. So he's just going at it.
He is. He did some big damage to that True Blue, actually, right there. If you watch some of those knees as well as some of those kicks, look how low Holloway's body is right now. That's big. But he's got stunned. Big damage. Oh, man. This is a slobber knocker, man.
In the words of Jim Ross, a total slobber knocker.
Absolutely. I'm trying to catch my breath here and see what's going on. We're seeing that True Blue put on some work, though, working the body and upstairs, but a nice kick there by Cater. He's trying to push him up against the cage.
Unbelievable work. Cater's really... Oh!
Big head kick.
Taylor's really laying down.
Yeah, he's out there scrapping, but he's taking some brain trauma here for sure.
He just took an impromptu 3-second nap and got up.
Yeah, woke up when he hit the floor, but he's not waking up from that. I think he's done.
It's over.
Game over. Hell of a fight while it lasted. So much violence. Wow.
Calvin Cater's children are going to grow up with developmental problems after that uppercut.
That True Blue with the big shot and the killer instinct. I mean, he knocked him down a couple times, but I think this was maybe his third knockdown. And he's like, I am getting all on that. I am not letting him get back up. It's too dangerous for me to let him get back up. I gotta finish him right here, and that's what he did.
Exactly. Very, very great performance, man. And another quick one tonight. So we got 2 finishes and a very well fought decision. Very, very competitive match still.
It's been a heck of a night tonight so far, I'll tell you that. Oh my gosh, we just got huge news, Mirko Bro Cop.
And what is that news?
The belt has been vacated. The UFL belt has been vacated, and the main event, can I confirm this again with the back Velocity versus Teamsticky for the championship tonight?
Out of nowhere, it's a special night. It goes from a regular old main event to a title fight. Belt is changing hands tonight regardless.
That's beautiful. So people, we're getting rolling, but you're going to have to stick with us because we got a championship fight. If you didn't know, now you know. We're going to be rolling. We got a couple more fights, though. But I'm really amped for the main event now if I wasn't already. But I guess I got to concentrate on what we got in front of us here, sir.
Absolutely. So what do we got coming up here next?
All right, we got Velenos here, ranked number 6, versus Velocity Wolf, young Velo Wolf. Khabib, a little bit better ping. I saw 60 to 80, a lightweight contention here with a perhaps create a fighter they haven't locked in yet. Let's see what they end up with, but a boxer sniper create a fighter build versus Khabib. I don't know. I think that's going to change, but we'll have to see here in a second.
Yeah, we will see. Lots of interesting matchups tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. This is fun stuff. I'm so glad that the UFC community and really ESFL has been at the heart of this and the point of the spear, but has been able to bring people together for these type of events. It's taken way too long for our community to put these types of shows on, but now that we are, it's so much fun. Everyone's loving it, man. Yeah,
it's become a normal thing. People get excited. Wednesday and Saturdays become synonymous with ESFL on YouTube.
Heck yeah. All right, they're moving. We're seeing potentially a switch from boxer to kickboxer by Velenos. And over there for Wolf. Is this a Dustin the Diamond Poirier pick at lightweight? My main at lightweight as well. So respect to that pick versus that creative fighter. All right, this is going to be an interesting matchup here. Bro Cop. We got ranked number 6 Valeno, so I suppose he is the favorite, but you know what it's like in MMA. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Kind of like this week, some upsets. But to the true fans and people out there, they weren't really that much of an upset. So let's see what's on tonight here.
Great. All right. I love how red the fighters turn when they scream, especially TJ Dillashaw. It's particularly funny.
Yeah, we got Father Time McGregor taking on Dustin Poirier.
Here we go. Dustin the
Father Time McGregor looking like he spent a little bit of time out on his that he's made through all the money he's made through boxing and MMA.
This is Lamborghini. Nice takedown by Connor. He's been training into his old age there.
Yeah. So here, I'll give this guy. He put a lot of time in this. So VelocityxX is this gentleman's name. Really doing a good job here, taking the back, but can't quite keep him down. It looks like. Let's see if he tries to drag him down here.
Denies that backpack, gets some space. That'll be interesting if that is really what Valenos is. Oh wow, that's impressive. That was great timing.
Oh yeah, as what we call it at the gym, we just call it the zabit.
I was about to say, what is the technical term? Because I'd probably just call it the zabit, but
it's some type of Russian throw. We just call it the zabit because he does it.
Fair enough. Hey, if that's what you guys call it, I guess I'm allowed to as well. But getting out of this pretty quickly. What do you think about throwing submissions just to distract your opponent, or is that just a waste of time right there?
No, in this game, I think it's a great thing. But in MMA, in real life, yeah, absolutely, you want to mix it up a little bit. But here, as you can see, it's not really doing him much good.
No, it wasn't. Well, we're seeing old man Connor dominant with some pretty tough top pressure and a nice denial there. We got 2.5 minutes left in this first round too, and we got some side saddle here.
Yeah, and I guess when Father Time Connor sobered up and wanted to get back in shape, he hired a jiu-jitsu coach because he is doing killer on the ground tonight.
Absolutely, he put in the time, and his older age became wise and realized he needed to be an expert on the ground to be a true martial artist, I suppose.
I need to be more well-rounded.
Definitely. Good stand-up there by Wolf by Velocity. So that,
Man,
got up. He's got a minute 40 to work with.
This guy's a sniper? Is he like a sniper of like ankle picks? Because I don't see any type of stand-up. It's all on the ground.
I know. I cannot confirm nor deny why he's doing that, but it seems to be working, and that was a nice takedown from the clinch. So he's got such nice takedowns that he, feels comfortable standing, but might as well take it down. Why not? Fight smart. You heard the coach over there. Nice move there. He's got that dominant half guard position, and look, 40 seconds to work with. Try to get some damage. Nice reversal.
Nice reversal.
Beautiful.
But he tries to stand back up, which says a lot about this.
Yep, tried to stand up, was denied. Trying to do a little damage now, but not much. Only a couple seconds left, so very interesting round. I suppose we got to score that in the corner of Mr. Valenos, but interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, very much so, considering that, his profile said he's a striker. Technically he's striking, but it's on the ground.
He didn't switch at the last second, did he? I didn't catch it if he did.
No, I didn't catch it either.
I've heard. Now, let me know if this is justified. I know you do some combat jiu-jitsu and all that. If you're a strong striker standing, then it actually does transfer to on the ground. True?
Absolutely. But the thing you got to worry about is getting caught. When you're swinging those arms, you're asking to get triangled. You're asking to get reversed. You're asking to get an arm barred. It all starts. It's all about countering off of that. And, the same can be said here virtually.
Absolutely. No, that's one thing I think they do really good in UFC 4 is being able to reverse. We saw Wolf reverse one earlier, but he's taking some damage now, and his block is going down too. Not where he wants to be.
Oh!
Scrambles out though. Nice. What can Wolf do here to stop getting taken down in all these different ways? It's a diverse attack as well he's facing. What can he do here?
In all honesty, It looks like he's starting to kind of figure it out.
He does right there.
Yeah.
Back against the cage. That was nice. 2 denials in a row. Real nice.
He really could have nailed some more body shots off the break there. That's the only thing I wish he would have done. And it looks like he doesn't want to be in the clinch, and maybe that's why he did that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. He doesn't want to be in the clinch at this rate. I wonder if – oh, big shot, big shot. I figure actually Velenos might be looking for the clinch more, but he just got a couple of those easy takedowns earlier. But maybe he's going to implement a more clinch-heavy game or go straight for a big takedown and throw him on his head. Ouch.
So Velenos is actually having a little bit of he's dumping a pretty good amount of stamina, but it looks like it's not too much less than Poirier.
Yeah, and given we're right now actually at the halfway point of the fight, there's still a fair amount left, so he is not going to go off his game plan at this rate. All right, denied him there, looks like. I'm not. Yep, smooth transitions. Pretty nice here.
Oh, trying to go for that Kimura setup. So let's see how it goes here. Don't see it going anywhere. You know, if he just parked it right now, I think it would do him a lot better instead of chasing.
Yeah, no, and at that point, you almost, if you're actually defending, you want that transition potentially to go on a little longer, that attempt to go on a little longer so you get better position. That's kind of a pro tip for people out there.
That's very true. I mean, hey, I do that myself. It's in MMA and jiu-jitsu in real life. It's one of those things to where you're kind of taking a breather while you're getting your ass kicked, but then, you know, you can kind of switch out into a better position than you could have.
Yeah, absolutely. Positions a lot of it.
Oh, Velenos is in some deep trouble here.
Neon Belly, this position was buffed big time from the last patch, but doesn't do much with it.
Oh, no. And he's got that really good butterfly guard right there. So he goes straight from side control, right in the guard, flips him over. Man, he gave up a lot. And, I mean, if he has a Darce right there, he could grab it.
That was
not enough time.
That was a nice little performance right there, though. We're going to have to go check the tape or ask the chat if he's truly is a boxer sniper. I didn't even know they had that in their arsenal, to be honest. But very good groundwork there. Coming. He's not worried of jumping right in that guard, putting him down, clinching him up, getting that damage. Really, it's a one-way street of damage tonight for Velenos. Spikes him on his head almost. All right, heading into the third round. We're going to need something real big from Wolf here. He's going to have to bring some of those Dust and Diamond overhands and big shots. He's going to have to connect. He's got a lot of stamina. He can do it. There you go. Just as prescribed by Dr. Boiler. Gets the big shot of the counter, although he misses that. A little overcommitted on that big head kick there.
You know, these guys are really putting on a good match tonight. I mean, how many we got left? We got 3 more?
We got at least a couple. I think 3. We'll see if they all come through. I know we got the main event, of course, for the belt.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. All of these have been interesting in their own way. We're going to see if Wolf could bring the pain. He stunned Velenos big time early on in the round, but did not get a knockdown or really capitalize on as much as he could have. But that shows what he needs to do. If he's going to win, he needs a knockout, really. I don't even think a 10-8 necessarily will win at this rate.
No, there's no way.
There's that clinch. You got to move that head away from that clinch. This is the best. I know it can be tough, especially with that kind of reach.
Ooh.
You got to move that head left and right a little bit. Move it off center. And you can't miss those either. But he's coming. He's game. He's dumping that gas tank. He's not leaving nothing in the gas tank. Is Wolf. He's definitely trying to slug it out, even to his detriment, as he takes a big shots into the body too. There, bro, cop.
Unbelievable. He's still in it, even though he's the one taking the beating. He has more stamina.
He doesn't want to wake up an old man and regret his performance tonight. He wants to leave it all in the cage, I guess.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, old man Connor being very patient here. Knows he's ahead on the scorecard. Still trying to do tons of damage. I don't see no takedown attempts recently, but he's playing a little conservative, but still stinging him big time. Stinging Wolf.
And that's one of the things too. I like his style. He knew he won the first and second round. He can, as long as he doesn't have a 10-8 round this round, he can just hang out. He can coast.
And he's got a nice little lean back, some good head movement. He's playing conservative, but still aggressive enough. Aggressive enough to keep him off of him, but not to make dumb mistakes. Because he made a mistake in the first 30 seconds and got caught. I think he's like, okay, I need to be a little smarter here.
Absolutely.
All right, minute left. It's now or never. Ooh, catches him big time. Ooh,
barely
nice head
avoided
movement.
that.
Yeah, that was about lights out, but nice head movement right past his chin. Catches him, rocks him.
This might be it right here. Oh, no!
Big head kick. He did not avoid that one. Fun fight. Big time. Domination by number 6, Velenos. His ranking may be going up after that one.
Another late finish, too. We had one with 1 second left. This one was about 29 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, that's great to see. That means people aren't he's not just waiting back, trying to wait for the judges to be born. He's going for those knockouts. He was the entire third round. So he was, like I said, fighting smarter, but still being violent and still putting on a show for everyone. So good fight.
Great fight indeed.
Good stuff. He's overcome with emotion. Old man Connor, reformed Connor. So grateful for his second chance in MMA here. All right. I believe we have, and let me make sure I'm on the right page, but I believe Kingsley might be coming up, the one and only Kingsley. If you follow the ESFL network, you know Kingsley, one of our great announcers, and I did a show with him a couple weeks ago. Super fun. I've never seen Kingsley fight. I'm not going to lie, so I'm stoked for this one, bro cop.
I am. Oh, the thing. You there?
Go ahead.
Kingsley, I've never seen him fight either, but what I can tell you is I've seen some of the results for some of the matches and for some of the fighters that he's used to win for who he's beat. I know for a fact he's solid.
Nice. Well, he's not going with a 4-star, 3.5 here. He's picking GSP, but fair enough. It is the bright lights. You don't want to, pride is not always the number one concern, but this is going to be interesting. What is this at welterweight? Was that a Tony Ferguson I saw?
It was. I believe this is a welterweight.
Evo. Okay, welterweight. Okay, Evo versus Kingsley. Ferguson versus St. Pierre. Can't look past Evo. BI, though. He's well known for a lot of different competitions. And ranked number 13, lucky 13. This is going to be super interesting. Kingsley, self-explanatory. You guys know who Kingsley is. All right. Gloves, and here we go, sir.
All right. Kingsley doing pretty good here, but at the same time, it looks like they're just hanging in there in the pocket, just blowing and going.
They're feeling each other out, it seemed like, but now they're starting to throw a little bit more heat, Both of their head health. They're touching each other. They're out there. Big shots landing. Kingsley's bringing pressure. Kingsley, go ahead.
If we're acting like these guys are like, oh, they're finally doing something. We're 1 minute and 5 seconds. Match.
Oh, absolutely. Trust me. I'm not. Yeah, this is so much. It's hard to keep up. Trust me. But
it's the pace of the earlier fights. It's just a testament to everybody's technique here, and it continues on tonight with these two.
Absolutely. You got to be highly caffeinated to comment here. Oh, Evo.
Oh, my God.
Takes a big shot, but he backs out of danger. That's worrisome, though.
Yeah, Ferguson with the God-given ability to absorb concussions and keep going. It's about half the normal recovery time there, and he's just back at it.
Ooh, tries to bring him down into guard, but is stymied by St. Pierre. Nice.
Pulling guard is super frowned upon in the jiu-jitsu community, so anytime I see it done in MMA, it cracks me up.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Tip right there.
It basically means you did not go to wrestling class or ever care to learn takedowns.
Fair enough. You don't want to work for it. You're just trying to get the easy way out, huh?
I just want to start in side control, please.
Fair enough. Makes sense. We're seeing some good action here, some back and forth, a lot of 1-2s, a lot of straight punches. They're bringing a lot of volume, but no one's overcommitting right now, it seems.
No, it's actually great. There really is a feeling out process still. I will say Evo is really blowing his load early, though, man. He's really going with these 4 or 5 punch combos. But every punch is a significant strike. So if you whiff 1 or 2 of those out of each one, I mean, look at what you're dealing with.
And that's the key. That's how the game is made, folks. You need to make people miss if you really want to drain their stamina. If you block it, it does not drain as much stamina. So you just got to take that, and you got to keep that in mind. And
a lot of times, there's times where you'll watch fights where you'll see guys, they're like, what are you doing? Throw a punch. It's like, oh, yeah, his forearm got broke by a freaking roundhouse in the first round.
Oh, man, I could only imagine.
Blocking is not foolproof.
Definitely not, especially with these small gloves. So
absolutely.
Shot. So we're trying to get some head movement over here, but we're seeing Kingsley trying to predict that, landing a couple hooks, even though it's through the block, as you were just mentioning. You can now move your head and block at the same time, but that doesn't make you invulnerable to damage.
Oh!
Big shot counter.
Way to end the round.
Beautiful by Evo. He's like, I'm tired of getting punked on. You know what? I'm gonna get you here right before the end of this round. So he's still absolutely in the fight.
Absolutely. Looking good right here.
Yep. Big shots, at least from my gut. I'd say Kingsley, he landed a lot more damage. A few like that right there. Those kind of significant shots to me make a big difference. But we saw that great slip to uppercut, stun GSP, put him a little bit dancing and heading backwards to finish that round. So we'll see if he gets a little bit more of that. I think maybe can he get GSP to overcommit, get some more of those counters? That might be the question for the next round.
Very much so. We'll see where it heads, really. I mean, it was a really close fight. I mean, the first round. I mean, he really started kind of turning it near the end.
He did. Both gentlemen coming out with pretty solid stamina. They both got big time gas tanks, so I don't think that's going to be a problem in this fight at this point.
Oh,
good body kick, definitely.
I love it. Whenever these guys they catch them circling and they just start throwing those switch kicks.
Oh, those switch kicks when you're circling are wicked. I take a lot more of those than I give, so I would definitely know.
Hey, that's how you learn to give them out, man. After you get caught so many times, you want to know how to give it back. And speaking of giving it back, here it goes, GSP. Oh, he really. Oh,
unbelievable! How he comes back. Had Kingsley had him almost dead. Comes back. I don't know if I've seen a comeback from death like that since quite a long time.
So here's the thing right here. If you notice, Kingsley thought he had him against the fence there, blew his wad, missed that last kick, and just happened to get nailed when it mattered most. Stamina down, block low, lights out. Nap mode engaged.
Beautiful stuff here. Unbelievable. A lot of skill and a lot of action. Both these guys, they were feeling each other out, playing strategic at the same time. That just shows. That's why I love MMA, and that's why I like this game so much. Anything can happen. You can have someone on that last leg. You have them so hurt, but they catch you. I think when I first saw it, I think it was Scott Smith, perhaps, is what I'm thinking of. Back. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy!" I love MMA. When I saw that,
I was trying to think who he fought in that, but that was an Ultimate Fighter finale. That was Scott Smith versus Pete. Was that gentleman?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Everyone, oh my gosh! So that was. I'm not gonna say that's what we just saw, but it reminded me of it.
Damn close. It's also very reminiscent of Chet Congo and Pat Barry, where
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah. I'll never forget watching that live. I was at a friend's apartment, and we screamed so loud that the neighbors from downstairs came and knocked on our door, was asking what the hell happened.
Unbelievable. I remember that too, man. Great stuff. Folks, I think it's time for that co-main. I'm seeing it. F the Manhunter. You know what? Bro Cop, that's one of my favorite nicknames in the entire kind of ESFL community and associated leagues. F the Manhunter. I don't know. There's something about it. I like it a lot. There's different ways to say it and different ways to spin it. I like it. F the Manhunter versus Greatness 21X. Looks like we're going to get the tech issues ironed out. Just about to get it rolling, but looking forward to this co-main.
Looking forward to it as well, seeing where this goes. Not familiar with either of these guys, but if both of them are in the co-main event, that means that they have definitely proven themselves to some extent.
For sure. Greatness undefeated in the UFL. F the Manhunter, Frank, as he's also known here. Frank No Streaming. As I believe he's fought in the ESFL one time for under UFC 4. I pretty sure he did, but regardless, he's coming in this co-main, and he's going to make stand here in the UFL. Hopefully, that's what he's looking to do.
I like the name Frank No Streaming. It's basically like the video game equivalent of a hermit.
Absolutely. Oh man, too much, folks. We're going to make sure to get this rolling. They're ready. You know how tech can be. Getting their calls. So far, though, let's review the card. What do you think here, bro? Count.
We've only had one decision. That one decision was a really, really good, really close match for the most part. Well, maybe not exactly close, but very combative. You gotta finish with 1 second left. You got another finish with about 26 seconds left. And then you had another one that was like less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick. I'm not going to pick performance of the night quite yet. And trust me, I don't sign the checks, so it's not up to me anyway. I'm going to have to give, kind of my running, I think Evo, who just won that. So
yeah,
I think that's so far.
When you snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, that's a pretty big one there.
Good stuff. All right, I think we got the tech issues ironed out. Looks like they're about ready to roll. We got a featherweight match here, bro. Cop.
All right, let's see who we got here. We're going to have, I'm not sure who they're picking yet, but I mean, if it's Anthony Pettis versus Bruce Lee, that's not too bad.
That would be really fun. I don't recall anyone using Bruce Lee in competitive play. I'm sure someone has, or really Pettis. So that's a pretty darn even matchup. We'd see some crazy, crazy kicks, I would expect. So I'm actually rooting for that, but we'll have to find out.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen, the time is now. Who you locking in? Ping not looking too bad. 120 to 130. I've noticed anything above about 130 to 150 can really hurt. But I've also noticed that the ping doesn't always translate to how the game plays. I've had 60, 80 millisecond ping that was super laggy. And I've had like 180 millisecond that was smooth as butter. So it's kind of a shaky indicator. Sometimes it's accurate, but
I always I'm not sponsoring Google or anything, but I'm lucky to have Google Fiber at my house. So anytime someone's lagging, I'm like, that's not me.
It's not me.
I got that fiber internet. It's like, you know what it is also, if you play during the day, man, no offense to our Russian competitors, but my God, that internet connection.
I've had some of those issues too, even with our friends on the other side of the pond. If I'm playing at like 2, 3 p.m. Eastern and playing guys at UK at like 10 p.m., that could be a little shaky.
And they'll always have some weird excuse to like, my neighbor's using my internet. And I'm like, no, it does not work that way, but anyway. Good.
Too funny. The Brazilians, I've also had trouble with Brazilians, but anyway, I digress.
And then they send you a message where it just simply says, ja, crying face.
Too funny. All right, folks, enough jokes. Co-main is lined up, and they're loading in right now. Greatness, again, undefeated in the UFL versus F, the Manhunter. He actually ended up going with Poirier here.
All right, good. Oh, really nice start there.
Good defense there by Greatness. He was in a bad position to start, but didn't take much damage. They're exchanging.
But here's the thing I'm already seeing. Manhunter's waiting for those openings, and there's one right there.
Big overhand. That Poirier overhand is nasty. One of my favorite weapons.
He is just piecing him up. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Greatness needs to get off that fence, man. You got to circle out somehow. You got to get off that fence.
Yeah, man, it's a couple buttons. Get up if you can. It's a lot harder.
Definitely. All right, well, we're seeing Poirier here. Side control into the sprawl position.
Ooh, and here we go right here. He's actually Got him against the cage a little bit here.
Went for the little toss, but got denied, looks like. Spinning kick to the body. That's nice. That's a tricky one. I have trouble defending
that was the UFC 3 Ultimate Team Top 100 of, like, you had to have that.
Don't remind me of that, please. No, it's funny. Oh, Pettis is hurt bad, though. He's on his back foot. His head health really bad. He took a couple shots to the body, too.
Ooh, and that's another one I used to remember a lot, too, man. That two-touch kick. Very nasty.
The thing is, go ahead.
Man, I think we're up to say the same thing, man. Greatness is, I tell you what doesn't look so great is that stamina.
That stamina's starting to trickle down faster and faster, and he's taking some head health damage too. You got to remember, if you start getting that stamina disadvantage grows between you and your opponent, you're not going to win those exchanges in the pocket anymore. You got to be careful of that.
You know, in the last game, you could have packs and you could pull perks. I think, unfortunately, Greatness pulled the Tank Abbott stamina perk tonight.
Oh, big shot.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure why Greatness was staying around in the Muay Thai clinch, but it hurt him. It cost him something. He was just standing there, but he survives that rock.
It cost him some brain cells, but it definitely helped cost him the round.
Yeah. Oh, big shot. Rolled right into it. Ouch. Greatness is hurt bad. And his stamina's low. He's in big trouble. He needs to, in my opinion, chill out a little bit here.
Oh.
So much for chilling. So much for chilling. He's put on his butt. F the Manhunter. Dominant position. He's got 30 seconds to work with, and he's doing big-time damage. He survives, though. Good survival. Uh-oh.
He's still in the red, man. This is not good. You know that dodging they do, for some reason it reminds me of the Three Stooges when they would dodge pies.
Don't tell the EA Vancouver motion capture team that.
Well, maybe that's something they can patch up a little bit, because no offense, I would have been elbowed into oblivion if I tried using that same defense.
Definitely. Well, allegedly, we'll see some elbows added in that position.
Oh,
too.
let's bring it.
Knock out. I want to jinx anything. We're going to the second.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Greatness is taking tons of damage. Look how low his permanent head health is. Every strike is getting him flashing. He is in big trouble here. He's going to have to land something huge here on Poirier.
Yeah,
he's not going to be able to exchange.
He basically, for dinner is CTE tonight. It is not looking good. He is taking so much damage.
He can't exchange punch for punch, or even two punches for every punch or kick against Poirier at this point. So he's going to have to land one of those acrobatic flying kicks or some Showtime business, I think, if he's going to one big strike, but that's not happening. That's not what the Manhunter wants.
It's over. This is no way he's getting out of this one. Call it a night.
Violence personified. Violence personified. F the Manhunter, bro cop. He wanted that finish. He didn't want to play around.
It was sheer brutality tonight, man. He really had him there. And, all the best to Greatness, man. I bet he's an awesome fighter, and he'll learn from it. And that's what you do when you take these losses. I mean, he was doing really good work with that side kick to the body, but it was one shot, and one shot like that's not going to finish the fight.
Exactly. Early on, he was landing some good stuff. It was creative striking, but then he kind of got into a rut. He's using some of the same techniques, not being creative, and then started missing his distance as well. Started to add up.
And it's also easy. It's also being that Monday quarterback. It's also easy being that backseat driver. You know what I mean? It's like, we could say all that, but we're not the ones in there feeling that as it goes, not being able to think about it right then and there, and hope, like I said, we'll see back in action, I'm sure, in the future.
Absolutely. Oh, boys and girls, you know what time it is now. It's time for the UFL Championship, the vacant belt, bro cop. We got Velocity and Sticky figures. Are you ready, sir, for this main event for the UFL Championship?
Definitely am. You got a level 37 versus a level 39. I'm familiar with Sticky figures, just see his name on the game in every carnation probably over the past decade. online. So, I mean, I know the guy has a lot of experience, not familiar with Velocity whatsoever, but if he's made it here tonight, he's made it here for good reason.
Definitely. Number 5 in the rankings is Velocity. Teamsticky, number 3. So they're fighting for the belt, but there's a couple other top contenders out there that may be coming after the fact, but it doesn't matter. What matters is what's going on tonight. Main event. Looks like we're at lightweight here.
All right, got Tony Ferguson taking on, let's see,
RDA. This will be fun.
You know what's a really cool thing? I actually got the gloves that Tony Ferguson actually fought RDA in. He had a pair of his gloves from RDA and a pair of his gloves from Edson Barbosa, and he goes, "Which one did I fight RDA in?" And the one that's UFC logo is the one that he peppered 5 rounds of RDA.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. You got that? Wow.
He also broke my finger that same day. I'll leave that for another time.
It's crazy, man. That is
You're
crazy.
Indeed. It was just
stuff.
a normal Friday. But here we go. We got Team Sticky Fingers taking on VelocityxX870.
Yep. There we go. 5 rounds, of course, for main event championship. So this is where maybe stamina and a slower pace could pay off. Sometimes 3 rounds isn't enough to employ that plan, but 5 rounds, you really can, even though Ferguson has the gas tank. So we'll see. There may not be much stamina if they, like some of the fights we've seen recently, it's just violence personified, but big kick.
Are you just trying to curse this? Oh my God, he went for the Zabit right after that.
Hey, I'm the king of commentary curse, so every time I say something, the opposite happens. That's how you can live bet this stuff.
Yeah, I believe that's like a variation of a Russian sweep. I gotta ask my coach.
For sure, we've seen it 3 times tonight, I believe. 2 different
Coach,
fights.
can you stop calling it the Zabit and like tell us what it's called in like Eastern European or whatever?
You could practice the pronunciation.
All right, so man, Ferguson, man, on top, really not able to do much, but he's still holding that position. But hey, 4 more rounds ahead of this tonight.
Yep. Getting that dominant mount position, though, stops it. That's a tough transition to stop. I have a lot of trouble stopping those. Ooh. So great job by Sticky Fingers to stop that. Get up there and start throwing those big shots.
Already getting some flashes there as well. Oh, thought he was going to go for like a head arm or maybe an arm bar, but nothing there. He is going back there to top half, which can be a very dominant position, but it just depends who you got at him.
Yep. 2.5 minutes still. They did nerf that half guard kind of dominant position to some degree. Still strong, and obviously great for keeping your position.
Yeah, I get my ass kicked in it still. Not much has changed. It's just a little bit less.
Just a little bit, exactly. Yeah, you still got to be careful with it. All right, well, we're back to the feet, it looks like. Good takedown defense by Velocity. Let's see if he can establish his game plan. He got about 1.5 minutes left. Good kick.
Ooh.
We're not seeing Sticky Fingers take off the gas at all. He's not looking to point fight and kind of hide out for the rest of this round. He's going to continue the damage and continue bringing the pain.
Looking good right here. Oh, shoot that Imanari roll.
Pretty. That was pretty.
Oh, man. His stamina could be better, though, but look at that. He's doing a really good job, what I call carving, where he's basically dragging and following his opponent's health right there. If he could hang out in the middle there, not going to work. But only 20 seconds left in this round. Not a bad round for Sticky Fingers, but not a bad finish here for Dos Anjos.
Definitely. You got to think he lost that round, but this is a great place for him to be. He's got to be happy that he was able to end up here. Maybe he had a little bit of nerves. I'm not sure if he even knew this is for the belt until just a couple hours ago. So maybe he worked those out and he's focused right now.
Absolutely.
Good.
And the thing is here, I mean, a lot of the highlights we're seeing here, it seems like it's also favoring a little Anjos in a couple here, but I mean, you got to think it had to go to Ferguson.
Yeah, that big head kick landed, and just some of the overall work in the ground control. You never know. And when I just watch the fights, it's hard for me to judge, let alone when I commentate. But that's what my gut does lean towards Teamsticky on that one.
Absolutely.
5 rounds though, so here we go. Coming out. I think we just saw a switch stance going southpaw here.
Always nice to switch it up.
Oh, great timing. Great timing. Missed that big head kick. And here it's a little bit closer. He's got a chance to score it, but the escape is just building way too quick. I thought he had that stamina advantage. He caught him big time off that missed kick. I thought he had a good shot to finish the submission. It's just not going that way.
Oh,
right
damn, he's still following it really well, but you're right, man. It's just a lost cause after a certain point. And the thing is, too, man, heel hooks are a very devastating move. One thing that I would really love to see is for, attempts that are near miss affect the legs more.
I personally, I don't want to go down this diatribe because I could talk about it for hours, but absolutely agree. A little bit more punishment when either if you barely escape a submission, you should be damaged, or if you try a submission and don't even come close, you should have some penalty as well. So.
Yeah, maybe the development team can go out there and maybe you know how you get maced whenever you're like a prison guard or a cop? Maybe they can go get heel hooked, before they develop the next round of submissions.
I do know GPD and a lot of other guys do a little bit of rolling. So
I do know that
a few times. I'm
sure it's hard to translate into these games, man. But a heel hook, literally, you will feel it for the rest of your life if the right person gets a hold of it, or maybe the wrong person, I should say.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, we're starting to see some action here. The round is going by pretty quickly. Sticky Fingers taking some damage.
This is actually a fantastic round, man. You talk about, he's really kind of turning it around in a way, but I mean, his stamina is kind of taking a beating here.
Yep. And again, 5 rounds. You got to worry about that. But that missed leg kick just bit a little bit of stamina off Velocity. So did that. That is a little wasteful. This is a championship fight. Be a little smarter, in my opinion. But he's also damaging that leg. So maybe he made up for it there with a couple shots.
And there's a minute and 15 left here. He's going to recover a little bit of it. In my personal opinion, those missed Minaris, he's getting those leg kicks. Those are significant. I mean, I think he's doing the right thing. I mean, there's no rush. There's 3 rounds ahead of you right here. Exactly. I mean, it's a solid game plan. He's going to win this round if he, if he can land more significant strikes.
Well, Velocity had a nice, I think, a 3-piece combo and then a 2-piece right after. He went back to the drive-through window. It was nice, and it was 5 for 5. He threw 5 strikes, landed 5 strikes. He needs a little bit more of that. Velocity does.
And right here. Oh, go ahead, bud.
I was just going to say, neither of them are over too much, but nice. Oh, my gosh, unbelievable. He took a lot of damage there.
If that doesn't win the round, I don't know what would.
That's got to.
That has to be.
And they were both doing some damage back and forth. A lot of action, but neither one was overcommitting too much until totally whiffed on the Minari roll. That's the one right here that he actually landed, but missed the other one. Jumped into his guard. It looked like he was Teamsticky was trying to, reverse, and he did get it eventually, but he took 4 or 5 big shots to the face before he was able to successfully execute that.
Yeah, he really was going to the well with that Minari roll. And just like I said, man, I'm a 10 Planet guy. We do a lot of Minaris. That's one of the biggest things you got to worry about, man. If you telegraph that thing, you were going to get a freaking Dan Henderson style, the Michael Bisping bomb.
Oh, yeah, that'll make you think twice for sure.
Absolutely. And we're into the 3rd round here, man, and kicking things off. It looks great. And in all honesty, Velocity stamina isn't really going to matter right now because holy crap, look at that. Oh!
Big shots, no stamina here. It's all about the damage. Big time. Velocity's turned it around. Started off pretty tough in this fight, but he's really.
And now look, he's keeping that distance because look who's winning the round, and look who possibly won the last round. He's outstruck him altogether here, as you see, 65-47. This is what you see a championship game plan right there. Oh my God, this might be it.
Beautiful flying knee. He's not getting over. We got a new champion. Oh my God. Beautiful work there. Velocity. Congratulations.
And I apologize for talking about your gas tank. Apparently, you had it all down and you knew what you had to go. Congratulations on your championship victory.
There's a reason he's the champion, and we're just the announcers. He knows
Just
what
the
he's
commentators.
doing.
Yeah, you know what? If I fight that guy, my gas tank would be half of what his was, what we were complaining about. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, he worked it perfectly. Great timing, going for that close range body kick. Not a great idea, and absolutely punished. Perfectly timed flying knee. That was like 200% vulnerability multiplier. That was game over.
Nasty. Beautiful. Like that's one of those things that they could probably make clips for ESFL, like the opening.
Definitely.
I'm telling you, that's one of those legendary. Like, oh my god,
that needs to go down in the annals of the UFL. But I agree, ESFL Partner Network, they may be stealing that clip for future stock footage.
Absolutely,
man. We had a hell of a night of fights tonight, bro. Cop. I mean, we saw. I think one decision, and the rest were finishes. Am I correct there? Maybe two decisions.
All the other ones were finishers. You know, I hate to say it. I hate being that person to be like knockout of the night. But man, it's a tough one because you got just this last one was incredible. But then you also had that come from behind where unfortunately Kingsley got knocked out. I mean, he basically was about to take the fight. He's about to win it. Just whipped that kick, lost all that stamina, and man, just got met with another one, man. And it just, between those two matches, those were the two most exciting.
We're definitely going to need multiple performances of the night. Stay tuned. I'm sure that'll be announced down the line. I think, it was for the belt. So I'm going to have to give my own personal award to Velocity just for how he had such adversity in the first half of the first round. And he kind of like, at least back in my day when I played football, you get hit in the mouth in that first play and you're like, okay, time to wake up. Let's go. I think maybe he got kind of shook. Like, okay, I can't go down like this in front of everybody.
You ever see Clay Guida before he gets in the ring, his brother would just slap the shit out of him. Be like, and he'd just be ready. Same with Diego Sanchez, people like that, all those guys. So, I mean, hey, that's what it is. Sometimes you got to have a little adversity to find those openings. So.
Absolutely. Well, Mirko Bro Cop, I've had such a great time with you tonight. I look forward to doing another fight with you in the future, hopefully. Great night of fights with the UFL, sir. Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely, Boiler. I will definitely see you in the booth again here in the future. But to everybody out there watching on YouTube tonight, see you at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern p.m. time on YouTube on the ESFL channel, as part of the ESFL network for UFL.
Beautiful. See you guys later.